Welcome to Open Whispers channel. When the secret whispers of a people turns louder and louder and louder, it becomes open whispers. The tyrant knows that his time is up. When the secret whisper of a people becomes louder and louder and louder, it becomes open whispers. Then the servant takes out his heart and speaks boldly to the king. The king knows that his time is up. Subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, make sure you leave your comments in the comment section. Thank you, and let's roll.
Start taking the black. None of the blacks. No. Even the black guys that already have kids, they took their kids and their wife and left the niggas behind. Like, everyone is stranded. This is really too bad.
Regardless of how everybody view you in life, because of your color, because of your race, because of your religion, it doesn't really matter. The worst you can get from that is when you don't believe in yourself. When you allow what that person has subjected you to also affect you morally and spiritually. Because my father has always told me that you have to believe in yourself. Believe that you can make a change. As far as the dictator or the person who believes he can colonize you is not your creator. This is why some nations like America say that we are all equal and we are one before God, before our creator. The extent of practicing that remains to be seen though, but I still believe that the worst thing any human being can do to himself or herself is self-defeat. The Ukraine war is terrible. It again shows man inhumanity to man. This ability to always dominate. Greed. That is what causes war, nothing more. But the story of Ukraine and how Russia invaded Ukraine and the beast of a man called Putin, what he has done to Ukraine, the story will be told forever and ever. But above that and beneath, there's another story underneath that has reared its ugly head, like I said in my previous video, and that is the issue of race, discrimination, slavery, the injustice against the black race. After the video I posted last, somebody sent me a follow-up email and was saying that all those hypes about how Africans are being turned back from crossing the border to Poland and other neighboring countries, that they are all false. And I shook my head and went back and started playing clips of series of videos coming out from Ukraine, talking to people. And I even researched and saw on Al Jazeera television how this young engineer said he was driving, trying to leave Ukraine, the capital. And all of a sudden, because the road was narrow, he hit something. And that was the end of his trip. Before he knew it, he was robbed. by not the police, not the Russians, by ordinary people of Ukraine. That every other race were given a safe pass, but because of his color, he was stopped and robbed. His money taken from him, his phone taken from him, and was not allowed safe passage to Poland. That's according to Al Jazeera. And various outlets, social outlets, even on Twitter, are saying the same thing, condemning why blacks, especially Africans, are given different treatment from other races. And again, it reminds you of what happened during the COVID era in China. Remember, COVID never reared its ugly head in Africa, especially in Nigeria. To give you a specific example, it was an Italian that brought COVID to Nigeria. But what happened? Because Nigerian authority were slow in shutting their airspace, closing the borders to save her citizens, COVID started coming in. COVID, according to reports, originated from China. But how were Africans treated there? They suffered eviction, they were forced to quarantine, they were forced to sleep on the streets, their businesses were shut down. No other race, according to Human Rights Watchdog, a report that was submitted by 5th of May 2020, it was only Africans that suffered most. Not even the citizens of the country or the city where the virus originated from suffered what Africans suffered. Again, because of their color. So what can you tell me about race, discrimination, that I have suffered personally? When I first got to America, I was walking the streets of Oakland. Just because I had my backpack, I was stopped by the police. Before I knew it, I was handcuffed. What was my crime? My color. And I turned and asked them, what did I do? They said, can I see your ID? Because of the stereotyping of the black man. They thought because I had a backpack, I had drugs, I had gun. And I looked at them. And I felt really terrible. The Chinese maltreated Africans in their country. But these Chinese people go to Africa and they are given heroic treatment. They give Africa pretentious loans to come in, and when you don't pay back, they will take over your country. You can see those discriminatory practices going on around the world. That when you don't know that you are a true champion, you ask yourself, why is the black race treated differently? Despite all they have suffered in the heart of the West. Why so much hate? Why so much hate, and when will it end? The story of Ukraine will come like it has come. It will linger. But the story I am telling from the black perspective is something that reoccurs. It happened during COVID. Even when this last variant came, UK slammed their doors against African countries, especially Nigeria. Even when there was no sign that the variant was yet in Nigeria, until the government protested. That's when they removed that. Why is it that blacks are always taking a hit all the time? Is it so much that you hate them, you hate us, but you won't leave us. You came to Africa. Even while Africa existed, you said you discovered Africa. You forced us into slavery and separated us, separated twins. And when we were ready to come and find our missing ribs, a barrier was placed and called it visa. Now this is something you took us by force. And when we were ready to come, a barrier was placed. So there's always something against the black man. As an African American, as an African who comes to America or comes to Europe, when they call African Americans complain, you may not really understand them until you see the systematic injustice against the black. The only offense they've committed is being black. Yet a lot of people want to be black. You hate them, but you want to be like them. You go to Chinese stores because you are black, they look at you as if you come to steal. But it's their money they are interested in. Why so much hate against the black? So when you come to tell me that what we are saying about the maltreatment Africans are getting in the evacuation process in Ukraine is not true, I want you to go back and examine your head. It's easy to deny, but the facts are there. We are living in a digital age. It's like a woman who has 2 children, and the terrorist comes to kill them and say, choose one. And she'll say, I give up this one, leave this one for me. So you see that separation of these are my people. So the black man will stay back and die. Why so much hate against the black? In my last video I said I don't really blame anybody, but I blame ourselves that we don't even show ourselves much love. But I want to tell everybody, if you are black, I am black and proud. Be black and proud. Go out there, you are a true champion. No matter what anybody does. For those who want to bleach because you want to be white, shame on you. You can never remove what God has put in me as a black man. You can never remove what God has put in me as an African. I am a proud black man. Let us all exist, being equal, knowing that we are created by one God. Live and let's live. Africans are humane. In this war going on in Ukraine, you see their support. They stand with the Ukrainians. They show them love. That is who they are. Live and let's live. That's all we ask. Are we asking too much? I am black and proud. And wherever you are, you need to be proud. God has made you great. And regardless of what anybody does, we shall always prevail. We still stand with the ordinary people of Ukraine and still condemn what this another Saddam Hussein, Putin, that is even worse, is doing against the people of Ukraine. But I want to salute the president of Ukraine. You have led by example. You have showed courage. You have not given up. Victory shall be yours. The black race stands with you. Thank you. Thanks for being with us in the arena. Like the famous American writer will always say, be well, do good work, and please do keep in touch. Until we meet again in the arena, is Chris Diggers in Open Whispers. Thank you, and God bless.